Right now, you either have too much cash or not enough. Too much of this currency, not enough of that currency. Your DPO is up, your cash conversion cycle is down, or maybe vice versa. Either way, as we sit in this room, the realities of your cash position are changing. But you already know this. You battle these cycles every day. You pull data, you analyze, you transfer funds. You get up, you go to work, you go home. Well, if you're anything like me, the important part of your job is that you get a rewarding feedback loop. The important things are mastery, autonomy, and purpose. Now, I can't help you with your purpose. That's up to you and your company. But I believe I can help you with mastery and autonomy. Now, I'm going to ask you to do something that may feel a little bit strange, especially here in Europe. I'm going to ask everybody to stand up, please, if you're involved in any way in the cash forecasting process. Okay, that's most of you. Look around. These are your brothers in arms, doing battle every day, herding the cats, fighting the data gatekeepers, aggregating data, sorting, troubleshooting, etc. You're poring over these endless hours of analysis in order to make sure that you don't come up short anywhere, and that likewise you don't have any surpluses that aren't utilized to the fullest. Now, if you feel like your cash forecasting process is as optimized as it can be, you've got it nailed, you never waste any time, go ahead and sit down. Not many of you, I see. So there's perhaps some mastery that we can address. Now, for those that did sit down, I'd ask you one more question. Humor me this. If automating the cash forecasting process represents one opportunity for improvement, how many of you can impact your cash positions by changing your payment or collection processes and priorities at the document level? Not many, I see. So if you can, for example, could you change a single invoice from being paid on day 10 on a 2% 10 net 60 to, say, paying that at maturity on day 60? Could you accelerate a single receivable in an exotic currency to help with a shortfall in that area? No, I see not many. So thank you. The rest of you can have a seat. I appreciate it. If you can impact your cash positions by changing how you pay and how you get paid on an individual invoice, if you can't do that, please come see us at Taulia. Now, we're well known for our working capital solutions. Perhaps last year you heard Julie Sis from Airbus talk about their very successful SCF program. What we'd like to do is take the next step in that journey. We're on a mission to change your AR and your AP into essentially an ATM machine for Treasury. Let me explain a little bit more of what I mean about that. So at Taulia, we believe in a world where every business can thrive by liberating cash trapped in the global supply chain. We've taken the first few steps in that journey by creating remarkable early payment technologies so companies of every size can decide when and how they want to get paid. But the reality is that most of these programs are set up in kind of a set it and forget it type approach. You determine the rates, you put your suppliers in groups, you offer them EPs, and then you make the same payments in the same ways day after day, month after month, quarter after quarter. Well, that's a bit like setting the cruise control on your Bugatti at 100 kilometers per hour forever. Seems a bit of a waste. So Taulia challenges our clients to ask themselves 3 questions every day. How much cash could you unlock from your supply chain? How much cash should you deploy into your supply chain? And how will those actions impact the competitiveness of your financial supply chain? So just take a minute and think about that. If your CFO or CEO came into your office today and asked you, how much cash could you unlock? Would you have an answer? What if you included receivables, maybe inventory? What if you said, well, how much cash should we be deploying into our supply chain? And what kind of a rate of return can we expect to get from that? And then the hardest one probably is, how would those actions impact the competitiveness of your financial supply chain? So Taulia helps our clients answer these questions every day. And this year we're proud to announce the launch of our cash forecasting solution that you see. We're already integrated with hundreds of our customers' ERP systems at the document level. So helping them design and execute some of the world's best dynamic discounting and supply chain financing programs. 2 years ago, we won the Supply Chain Innovation Award at EuroFinance in Miami for our ability to leverage machine learning to predict the appetite for early payment and set the right rates for each individual relationship between supplier and buyer. Today, we take that next step, applying that same machine learning engine at the document level to predict when that invoice will be paid. That might be early, it might be late, or it might be on the due date. It's almost never on the due date, just kidding. Anyway, all of that ability to turn your AP and your AR into your own personal ATM machine that you can withdraw or deposit any currency at any time for any business unit starts with an accurate, timely, reliable cash forecast. So you may ask, how is Taulia's cash forecasting solution superior to other tools? Well, in many cases, it's not. Now, wait a minute. Doesn't every company claim that their doodad is the best doodad on the market? As leader of the team that built this technology, I'll tell you that I'm immensely proud of the innovative thinking, the customer centricity, and the hard work that went into building this solution. We're using state-of-the-art machine learning to make a prediction on every document that flows through your ERP system. And we update that prediction with every change to a condition of the document or the counterparty. We predict approved invoices. We forecast unapproved invoices as to when they'll be approved and when they'll be paid out. And we also look at purchase orders at an individual line item to make a forecast as to when those will turn into an invoice and when they'll be paid out. So we're certainly not the first to market with cash forecasting. And we're not maybe the most feature-rich tool yet. There's plenty that we still plan to do and add in the coming quarters, including bank integrations and other payment types, and deeper analysis and scenario tools. But my boss would probably be unhappy with me if he knew that I got up on stage to promote the features of our competitors. So here's the deal. Cash forecasting is not the center of gravity for Taulia. It's a facilitator to liberate cash. It helps you get the most out of your programs. So cash forecasting is not Taulia's highest purpose. Mastery of the cash conversion cycle and creating autonomy for treasurers to use their own payables and receivables as they wish to liberate cash trapped in their supply chains is our highest purpose. So hopefully I've shown you that we can help you master your cash conversion cycle. We can help you master your cash forecasting, and we can give you the autonomy that you need to better control those cycles.